how have you settled into the squad so far this season?
Yeah, I think we settled in really well. It all come about pretty quickly, just before the start of the season, and I wasn't the only new face in the building. There was I'd probably say 90% of the squad was. So yeah, I think as far as the season started, I think we've all done well to just gel together, and we've had a decent start so far, and hopefully it continues.
Do you think it makes it easier to have most of the lads be fairly fresh, or does it kind of change it up a bit because there's not so many people to look towards?
I'm not too sure really. I think it's a lot tougher really because no one knows too much about each other, and you often find that it takes a while for things to click on the pitch. However, since the start of the season, I think we're a lot further than we expected to be in terms of that side of things. But yeah, I mean, some of the lads I've played against in the past and with, so that does help a little bit. So I knew most of the lads, but yeah, I think we've done well so far.
Was the gaff done anything like behind the scenes to help you guys gel and kind of get used to each other? Having lots of new people in.
Yeah, we do a fair bit of analysis, like in-depth analysis, once or twice a week. So yeah, Gaff obviously has his way he wants to play, and he's tried to install that into us as quickly as possible. We're not probably quite where we need to be, or he wants us to be. It's obviously going to be a work in progress, but I think that's really helped to just make sure that we all understand what he wants from all of us. For me and probably some others, it's a slightly different style of football. So yeah, sort of using that time in training and off the pitch really helps going into a match day.
Right, so you've been known for your great teamwork so far this season. With your assists, you've done really well. You scored your first goal the other day. How did that feel? Did that feel really good, or was that kind of like a sense of relief? Do you feel like it's a bit of a catch-up ball where you've had a chance to sort of shake out a bit and now it's all going to flow out? What's the plan?
Yeah, obviously it is somewhat like a relief. As a striker, you want to be getting off the mark as soon as possible. Yeah, so it is a relief, and goals are important to me. That is one of the most important parts of my game that I want to do. Probably so far, I've had a few chances and so forth, but I think just keep working hard, and I have no doubt the goals will come. As a striker, sometimes the ball can just fall to you. You have to sort of go on a run of games where you score a load of goals, and sometimes others benefit. I think the wide men midfield have contributed really well, and I have no doubt working together, I'll get goals, and all the people around me will too.
So with the way that Lewes plays, are you content to just be getting assists and be contributing to the team? The team's winning, are you happy, or is it a real drive for you to be scoring at the same time? Yeah,
I think the most important thing for me, of course, is trying to get on the score sheet. At the end of the day, it is my job to score goals. If I'm not getting the goals, then I need to be getting the assists, helping others get goals around me. That's important. But yeah, as long as we're winning games and we are scoring goals, no matter who gets them, it doesn't really matter, because the goal is that come the end of the season, we don't really want to be in this league. We want to be in the league above. So as long as I can contribute to that as the best I can, then I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. What specifically attracted you to Lewes, and kind of what made you make that move across?
I played here a few years ago when I was on loan at Leatherhead in the FA Cup, and I remember when I played here, I loved the ground. The atmosphere was good. I must say it's changed a lot since then, in the space of that 3 years. But yeah, I've always heard good things. I know since Tony's come in, it's been slightly different in terms of the style of play. Alf, I've stayed in touch with since our Wimbledon days, and I know when he joined, he told me like what it's like before joining, and obviously spoken to the gaffer and what he wants from me. Yeah, it just sort of made sense, and yeah, so far I've really enjoyed it. I think there's still more to come, and I have no doubt with time we'll see more of that.
Talk a bit about the atmosphere. You kind of mentioned that you came here to play previously.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the atmosphere? What about the ground did you really like?
Yeah, I think it's just a unique ground, to be honest. I think if you look at most non-league grounds, it's like, look at the pitch. The pitch is unbelievable. That's nice. You often find come sort of December, January time, the pitches aren't too great, but this one holds up really well. So you can play good football on there. Don't have to worry too much about your touch. You ain't got no excuse actually, so I don't know if it's a good thing. But in terms of the atmosphere, I think the last home game there was like close to 1,000, and crowds like that is what you want to be playing in front of. Gives you that extra bit of buzz, especially behind that goal in the second half. Quite often, there's quite a lot of bodies behind there, so that often gives you a bit of a boost. Once gives you that sort of extra 20-30% to want to stick it in the back of the net. I'm looking forward to when that happens.